What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Blunderbuss79 over here at Establishing 8-Bit, and we are back at y'all once again. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So I've been a little under the weather lately. Out this cold and can't seem to shake it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm really under the weather. I'm thinking I'm hitting my cough button, and I turn the music off. What a way to start. What a shot. Anywho. So we're gonna try to go ahead and get through this. I was gonna make this a whole video, and then I realized something before we get into it. So let me turn this down so I'm not blowing out any eardrums, and we'll turn this down as well. So I was looking at this tier 2 selector that we got from the Ant-Man event, and I'm down to the last couple of hours. I was gonna make a video out of this whole thing, and then I scrolled down the list and I started looking at all of the characters that you can't use this thing on, and it's quite an extensive list actually. So none of the premium characters are on here, which I don't see as such a big deal if you're just giving away one. So no Polaris, no Kitty Pryde, no Professor X, none of them guys. And then of course they're selling Professor X right now for 4,500 crystals. So there's that. Then you got, you know, once again, no Moon Knight. We're not really even worried about. I think Moon Knight was a 6,000 crystal character anywho. So we're not worried about any of the Epic Quest characters, of course, because they have a special cost attached to them, nor we're worried about any of the tier 2 natives and up. But characters like Dazzler, you know, some of these other characters should be included on this thing. Kid Omega at this point, right, wouldn't be a bad one to put in there. I'm not saying all of them, but it should be a few more than what's available. Like, I don't think for this particular one, them putting Sharon Rogers, White Fox, and Crescent in here would have been a bad idea. But it seems as though the way that they've been marketing this game lately is for I can't even say it's for maximization of profit. So I got about 2 hours to figure out whose bios I'm gonna pick up essentially. Because yeah, I think I have every character on this list at tier 2 already. If I'm not mistaken, it may be a few in there, but none of them are really like worth it like that. I mean, we'll probably wind up using it on Sister Grimm or somebody like that. I mean, and they give you a few, and don't get me wrong, I know this thing is mostly for new players. So there's that. And a lot of these kits are very, very old, never got uniforms and that sort of thing as well. Lash and Whiplash. You know what? Where is it? Just for the Mickey Rourke meme, you know, we might as well, right? Use it on Anton Vanko. So we ain't even gonna say we did that. Yeah, we will have no records of this transaction. This message will self-destruct in 30 seconds type shit. So let's go ahead and pick up the rest. We got another day to use that 6-star, so we're not gonna worry about that right now. So the update, right? The update. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we'll go check out this whole Quiet Council. And I actually called that they were doing a Quiet Council update a while back. This may be a theme that we see come back as far as mutants are concerned, depending on how much more life the game has in it. So let's check this out. The one has the V pad on it. That's not very long, actually. It's not as long as his, it's basically his old 4th skill, I think, that had a V pad on it. It's basically a shortened version of that. Has an iframe on it. It's probably just something meant for you to be able to get yourself out of harm's way at the last minute sort of thing. Because I don't think it's a skill that you're going to be proccing on very much. The only thing it has is the V-pad. So unless it does goo gobs of damage, I don't see that really being a thing. This looks like it's going to have a... Because I don't think... The thing is, I don't think any of his skills are cancelable. I came in, I looked at this a little earlier, and I don't think he has a lot of skills that you can cancel and continue to get the damage from. Because you see there, the brain doesn't pop up at the end on the 2. He has a little brain that pops up. But if you cancel any of the skills into the 1, I'd probably have to wait. Yeah, I think it did actually happen there. Yeah, you have to wait until he does that 3rd little slash of his hand. Once he actually throws the attack out, then you can cancel it. So all of his cancels are really delayed. I'm thinking maybe they're probably positioning him for Alliance Conquest or something like that to take Storm's place. Okay, he's got a little cup in his hand, a little gauntlet, a little call that goblet. Oh, and then he hits him with the X-Men symbol at the end. Oh yeah, you can see the cup on the skill too. So that's actually dope. Let's turn this off actually. Okay. So the 5th is instantly cancelable. You can do 3 cancel, 5 cancel, 4, maybe. And just pass the buff from the 3rd skill. Pass that frenzy buff. Would basically be his rotation, and then use the 1 to get away. And then again, so I mean, pretty basic stuff. You can tell with Professor X, they're actually trying to clean up some of the visual noise to a degree, even though he does have quite a bit going on still. But the thing about Professor X, if he's doing single target damage, the visual noise is drastically reduced. The more targets that are out there, the more of his little things go around and kind of distort, because the only things that he really has are a bunch of light and purple circles and things like that, is the way that they depict his mind damage, right? All that purple effect, orbs and whatnot, and on the ground, and brain synapse patterns firing, things like that. So, hey, what up, DJ? Welcome back. So, I mean, yeah. Now, what is going on with that? That is crazy. I have no idea what that's talking about, or why that looks like that. What's with the Jocasta off to the side? And the little inbox. I have no idea what that's for. Let me see something. Okay. Switch that up. Yeah, switch that up. Okay. So we'll rock with that for right now. I have no idea what's going on with my... Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Got it. There we go. That looks so much better. All right, sorry about that. Hey, Shab, welcome to the channel, my guy. So yeah, it just looks like it's a 5 council 4 thing with Professor X. I never had the character personally, as I understand it. That's always kind of been his thing. It's just the 3 council 5 council 4. And then from what I understand as well, most people use him with a judgment. So either a judgment or a rage, something like that. I think you'll be just fine with him. But is the damage worth it? I don't know. I'm not gonna fork over the 4,500 crystals right now to find out. So I'll probably wait until the anniversary for him. Because he should be discounted to 2,500 crystals at the anniversary. So it just doesn't make any sense for me to get him right here and then try to build him up to tier 3 and all of that jazz. Kitty Pryde, on the other hand, is a different story, because we actually do have her unlocked already at tier 2. And it only makes sense to get her uniform, seeing as how the character is not playable without it. So now this is the thing about Kitty. Wait a minute. What do they got her in under here? Shadow Cat? Okay. Actually, let's do that. So we got to build all of her skills up and all of that jazz. She has a 120 proc on her right now and start backing. So Not even the right ISO on her. Never even bothered to build up any of her skills. I think I put a little bit in as far as like just being able to complete some stages in Shadowland with her. So we'll be checking her out at tier 2 to see what she can do for folks on regular world boss. But before we do any of that, we gotta address the thumbnail. Before you guys buy this uniform, you should know Lockheed is still very much targetable, because that's who they're shooting at. See, all the ones on the left are shooting at Lockheed, and then he disappeared, and then they started shooting at me. So, seeing as how the passive is invisibility, and then Lockheed gets 100% of the summoner stats, Lockheed gets the invincibility and the invisibility passive of Kitty here. I don't know how that's gonna work out in a setting of combat where the enemy can still target him from time to time. They did kind of try to address it in a way. I think they would have just done better off making him non-targetable altogether. But this is something that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention off rip, because I know that was a lot of the problem with the character from jump. The fact that they did add this kind of does help. But you see, they're shooting at him more than they're not even worried about me. So it's just that whole thing of being able to get pulled out of iframes and things of that nature. It's not like you can guard break bosses, right? So yeah. Anywho, let's go ahead and check out the skills, and then we'll get into some content. So that's what the one's looking like. 2 is a couple of slashes and a kick. The 3 looks very much cancelable. That's actually cool. Oh, Lockheed lets it off. Well, that sucks. You should be able to cancel that immediately. Oh, that sucks. I didn't even realize that. So Lockheed lets off a fireball. That's that big fireball that hits. That comes from Lockheed. I should be able to go right into another skill, especially if Lockheed isn't involved in the skill, if he's just sitting back there doing his little... Okay, so he does get involved there. Okay, and he does get involved there. Okay, so if you cancel it into the 1, he'll go ahead and do it. But if you cancel it into anything else, he won't, because he's actually involved in the skill. You see, he takes off to the left there, and he comes back doing the little fire strip thing. He's involved here because he does a little flame blast and then dips off. He is involved on the 2, I think, because he actually repositions himself. So now I can't tell what he does when you do the 2, but every time you cast it, Lockheed will actually reposition itself. That's how you know he's involved in the skill. Oh, he blasts at the end. Oh, that sucks. If he's not involved in the skill, you should be able to like use that as a cancel mechanism. So I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. Just picked up jeans uni. Oh, you just picked up jeans uniform already. Now the other thing is this, right? Let me get this pulled up because we got to talk about some writing that been on the wall for a while, man. And this isn't necessarily net Marvel or Marvel Future Fight per se, but this is Marvel IPs in general. And yeah. So let me see. So they got all of these events going on in the game, right? Right now. Okay, they got the Tier 3 Transcended pack, right? And this is actually really good value, to be totally honest with you, to get a Mega Tier 3 ticket and a Transcended Potential ticket for $70. That's not bad, but I think it's really overpriced. I think if they brought this thing down by about 20 bucks, I think it would be a lot better. Especially considering Tier 4s are the new Tier 3, just like Pierce is the old defense down. So, you know, that's that. But then you look at all the other things they've been having going on. You got this hero package going on. Oh Lord. No, open link. Imaging, new tab. Okay, I just gotta do it like this. So you got the 4,500 crystals that Professor X is on sale for. You get him at Tier 2 and you get 5 million gold. I would just say wait until the anniversary because you'll get them a lot cheaper. You know, you got the Korean art book card chest event where they have the art book cards on sale and they're actually coming in early. We usually only get these things maybe twice a year. You know, every now and then we'll get them 3 times a year. At this pace, we're looking to get these things about 4 times this year. And yeah, so we got them at the at Black Friday, and I think they brought them back during the anniversary, and they're back again. Then they're gonna be back in about 2 more months, right? And then once again, $100 price tag on these, right? And you can purchase it up to 5 times, of course. So that's a $500 price tag. Then you have this telepathy event for the chest. This one's not so important. You can get a Mega Tier 2 ticket out of this, so you can get some CCF, a couple of regular comic cards of the 5 and 6 star variety. Nothing really major, right? You got the 6-step X-Men relay pack, right? So you got the Mega Tier 2 ticket at $40. You have the Titan Record Selector, the X-Gene Selector, and then some more X-Genes. There's really no value in this thing. You know, it's not like, and this is the sucky part, You spend $100 on this thing and you can't even use these X genes on premium characters, which is crazy to me. So yeah, I mean, there's that whole thing. Then you got this. 1 to 6 star artifacts are in stock now. And these artifacts, we just got the Ant-Man artifact for free. The fact that they're bringing it back this fast, it's like, you know, bro, what are y'all trying to do? Are y'all really trying to, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, they're always trying to milk the player base for money. And the reason why I bring all of this up is to talk about this. This was reported by CNBC. This was earlier this month, February 9th, actually. It was updated. Disney to cut 7,000 jobs. Of course, we heard about this, and slash $5.5 billion in cost as it unveils vast restructuring. And they also, including $3 billion in savings, in content savings. Well, that affects things like this game. That affects things like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. X-Men 97 is supposed to be coming out later this year. That affects all of that, right? And you can say it's a direct result of this or a direct result of that. You know, personally, I think it's the failing in the box office from, you know, when you fail to listen to your customer base, when they're telling you what they want and you're telling them, I'm gonna give you this, it never works out. So just one of the things that I wanted to kind of bring to y'all's attention. But yeah, I mean, that sort of stuff matters, you know? We can't sit here and act like it doesn't. But let's get back to the game, man. Enough of the bad news. And so we won't even worry about boss of the day this go round. Yeah, we got Pierce and all of that. So we'll take Kitty in here. If I'm not mistaken, she's not physical attack. She's energy attack, I think. Yeah, so I mean, and I haven't saw the Ant-Man movie. I've read a bunch of the reviews on it, and it doesn't look like that thing is gonna make the type of money that they thought it was gonna make. So there's another flop in the bucket, right? She is physical. Okay. So let's get the Cyclops out of there. Wait a minute. Kitty's a self-buffing lead. Almost forgot that. Where is Dazzler? Oh, that's not Dazzler. There she is. That was Sue, not Allison. Okay. So I have no idea. We're just gonna get out here and go for Schwam and see what's what. I guess I should have tried to figure out. Cause see, that's the thing. It's like the 3 has a delay and then the 5 has a delay as well. You cannot cancel it before she does that slam down. So it's like, well, what do you proc on? Come on, I'm not trying to heal Lockheed. I really want you to just pop him. So, oh, they killed him at the wrong time. He's just gonna resummon. She's got really long cooldowns. And I didn't check to see if I min-maxed anything. I just jumped right in with the 120 proc just to sort of see. And I will say this, she's better than she was. Because there's no way without her uniform she can even come in here and do this. Like, at all. So, definitely an upgrade. Oh, more tanky too. There's no way she would have been able to take those shots. So I guess the compromise is gonna be canceling the 3 early so you can slam down on the 5. But as soon as you slam down, you have to cancel into the 4. So 3, cancel 5, delay, cancel 4 would be the rotation, I guess. But I mean, the damage looks solid, so it could be better. I could be playing her better as well, so. I mean, for a pedestrian build, stage 29 Thanos, jump right on in and do it. I really wish I had the second card deck unlocked so I could take the Pierce off my account, because I know that's making her look a lot better than what she is. So we're gonna go ahead and kill off these other world boss stages. So we're gonna run to that right quick, knock these off, and then we'll do some more testing with Kitty. I mean, don't get me wrong, they don't look like duds, right? It always sucks when they put 2 paywall characters in an update, because that leaves nothing for the free-to-play guys, right? Or even the mid to moderate spenders, right? Because a lot of times if you're moderately spending, that means that you're sacrificing a lot. So I mean, you know, as big of a fan as I am of the X-Men, I still don't have Professor X, and it kind of irks me that I don't, because that sort of completes that team. But I think a lot of us just wish that there was more ways to get use out of the roster. I mean, for me, that's what it is. It's not so much keeping up with the meta. It's getting use out of everybody. I mean, that's one of the factors of this game that allows it to remain a little bit fresh to a degree. Because certain things will be viable to you depending on where you are in the game. Of course, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by getting something like the Immortal Hulk outfit when you can get this one, right? You can go with Fear itself. Like, that only makes sense. But most players, especially new players, they aren't going to know, you know, that there's a time frame in between when these uniforms dropped, and the power level of one uniform isn't the same as the power level of a uniform that dropped, say, 2 years behind it or something like that. You know, I mean, you going off the aesthetics. And that's another reason why I say some of those older uniforms, especially the ones that are tied to older event battles, legendary battles, and things of this nature, they should be discounted. And they actually used to do that. You know, every now and then they would update that 500,000 gold list with new uniforms, and they haven't been doing that. They haven't been communicating with the player base. And we're gonna go ahead and blast through the rest of these. Yep. So all right. know, they stopped making points to anything as well by not having the rewards from World Boss Legend stages increase as you climb. It's like, you know, do things that make sense in the game, right? That incentivize players to keep playing. So, I mean, yeah. If we get some announcement to some sort of delay in X-Men 97, I think that would be encouraging, because that means that they're probably doing some rewrites, considering the fact that, like, you know, recently they ousted Bob Chapek, and or was it Bob Chapek? Or was it Bob Iger? I always get them confused. Yeah, they got rid of Bob Chapek and they brought Bob Iger back in. Also, well, at this point yesterday, I'm not political like that, but Florida's governor signed a bill removing a lot of the exemptions from the Disney park down there. So, you know, they stand to lose a lot of money behind that. You can only imagine that the board of directors had to be pissed by letting something like this happen. You know what I mean? So when you got things like that going on, it's like, bro, you got to, if you're a business, you're talking about making money, then that has to be the focus. Focus cannot be pushing any sort of agenda. And, you know, that all of that aside, right? Oh, that was late with the tier 3. You know, all of the agenda, propaganda stuff aside, right? Oh, I missed that. What makes people get invested in these characters, you have to understand what makes people get invested in these characters in the first place. And that's with any tale of fiction, not just comic book stuff, right? It's the suspension of disbelief, right? It's the going into this fictional world and seeing all this fantastical shit with a good story to boot. when you limit that by attaching it to a particular moment or point in time, it just falls flat on the surface. You've taken something that was meant to be timeless and you've attached time to it. And wow, I just got clapped up. Alrighty. But yeah, good luck with that gene testing. What game modes are you gonna try in? 'Cause, if it's PvP, I'm personally trying to get the mighty egg off my gene for greed. Just because I think on auto, it'll probably do a lot better. But if you're manually playing, I think from a term of survivability, I think the mighty egg does do a lot better. At tier 4, I think is really where it's gonna make a big difference on whether you're rocking a greed or whether you're rocking a egg, right? Because the greed is gonna make you immune to any sort of reflect, which she doesn't have at tier 3. So I think that's where the mighty omelet is gonna kind of run circles around the greed. That and the fact that it gives you super guard break immunity. Oh wow, that was close. And I don't understand how I kept getting hit, because I was nowhere near that stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can get you going, chasing your tail up there. Yeah, I mean, and stuff like this, right? The Ant-Man movie does bad, so people are pissed. The Ant-Man suit, or the update, the actual suit for Ant-Man is amazing. I think it's probably gonna go down. Maybe this is an early call, but it's probably gonna go down as one of the better uniforms of the year. And I know this is early in the year, so it's really early to call that. Testing her in ABX and ABL. Okay, so you're gonna rock her with a rage then. Yeah, I haven't used her with a rage yet, I don't think. Okay. Oh wow, I didn't get off any of that damage prior. Okay, so let's see what's what. So apparently this just in. Yep, you were seeing that right, folks. So went over to check out Pink Chode apparently 3 hours ago. Leaked data mine. So he leaked the data mine from 3 hours ago, and they're giving away Cassie's artifact in the 8.8 collector's vault. They're also giving away Ant-Man's artifact and Professor Xavier's artifact in the upcoming collector's vault in the general. And in the personal vault, of course, that's the one that's guaranteed. Yeah. The giving away of Cassie's artifact, I think, is kind of like, who's gonna make use of that? Like, I'm not even sure what her artifact does, but it doesn't matter because you can't take the character past tier 2 anyway, right? So it's like, what the hell? Ay. Yeah, so I don't even know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Personally, I think it's fucked up. Like, if you're trying to draw players into the game, this ain't the way to do it. At least for players that know what's going on, right? If you're talking about players returning to the game, yeah. Okay, so we do still have to search for potential. So let's go ahead and slide back over into the game. You do still have to search for potential for Kitty, and I also need to bring her skill cooldown up 3%. Let me see. I don't believe I have any bios for her just laying around. Oh, I actually do. I also have a mega uniform upgrade ticket that I'm not gonna use on her. It's actually a cool looking outfit for her. I still don't like the fact that Lockheed is targetable. They need to address that. And yeah. But yeah, increased skill damage, bonus damage, and by 30%, and summon a creature with 100% of attack and defense and 150% of the summoner. Changes the creature's ability. Changes the creature's abilities to the character's abilities. All abilities, including stats, buffs, and types. I mean, that's nice and all, but all they had to do was just make Lockheed non-targetable. You know, all this trying to reinvent the wheel. It's like, dude, it's not that difficult. So yeah, let's slide on over. We'll see if we can do some higher stages of Corvus. We'll try Corvus stage 60. Who did I use with her before? Shuri and Dazzler, yeah? Not sure on the strikers, but actually, just go ahead and slap a couple of Odins on, a couple of Uru on her. Mitigate that cooldown. That didn't work, but I think we should still, yeah, we're still over. Okay. So that works. I mean, because yeah, it happened on that first rotation. Corvus kind of pulled me out. From jumping too far away from target and Lockheed. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, not bad. 115. We'll try to push her a little higher, see if that sort of shows any sort of flaws in the character, any more flaws in the character, I should say. The rotation is actually not bad. She seems really proc friendly. Okay, that wasn't from Lockheed. That was from Corvus jumping into his fifth, but I don't jumping into his cutscene. I don't think he would have been able to do that if Lockheed wasn't targetable. Right? So kind of an indirect sort of thing. I don't know why that wasn't enough to kill him, but okay. Now she kind of reminds me of one of the symbiotes with that little jump with the boat. Okay, she actually was tanky enough to survive that. That's cool. I think on higher stages she probably would have got clapped. So I don't know. I'm kind of, if they do a patch that makes Lockheed non-targetable, I think it's a solid uniform. If they don't, I think that it's one of those, if you're a massive Kitty Pryde fan, you have to have this uniform to play with her. There's no question. Because it's good. I want to see her at tier 3 against some tier 3 content, and if she can push into any tier 4 territory like GBR and things of that nature. As far as Professor X, that's kind of gonna be a TBD sort of thing for me. From what I've been seeing with him, he seems really, really good. Seems like if you want to play with him, seems like if you want to play with either one of these characters, then this is the uniform to have for him. That's pretty much the same thing with every update. It's like, tell me something new, right? Okay, so let's see who we can pick up for a GBR run, and then we'll go do some more testing. Okay, let's see if we can pull off something here. And Ring video doorbell is going off in the middle of the night. I'm just gonna say whoever it is, before I even look at the notification, stop stealing. It's either that or somebody found somebody's lost dog. Usually what it is. Oh, that's Magneto you got out there, tier 4, wrecking shop like that. Alright, homie. Alright, so for those of y'all that was wondering about Magneto, now I will say this, Beast did a video the other day where he went on and tested, oh God, I forget the character. And so he snatched all of the Pierce off of his account and went in and tested the character. At tier 2, I believe. And like the character was just complete dog water. It's like, bro. So yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those. I think after I build up Jean, I'm probably going to, like, after I finish getting her tier 4 and all of that, I'm probably gonna chill out on trying to tier 4 characters for a while. Try to work on awakening in tier 3 in a lot of characters. Because I know I've still been doing it, but to me it kind of seems like I haven't been. Seems like I've been kind of letting that slide a lot. Yeah, this feeling under the weather has not been too hot at all. I've been sitting over here coughing like crazy and all that jazz. Like, and they would have done so much better with this data mine. No, they would have done so much better with this stuff if they'd have just put, like right here, if they'd have just put Professor X in the general vault instead of putting him in the other one, like in the guaranteed vault. I think that would have been a lot better. Because nobody's getting Cassie, bro. You know, they could have put Wasp artifact in there and that would have been better than Cassie. As we got a Thor and an Iron Man. No, sir. Yeah, so that $5.5 billion in budget cuts. I've kind of been wanting to talk about that for a little while now, but you know that, and then you know, like him or hate him, Ron DeSantis removing that whole basically the whole area around Disney World in Florida was its own sovereign city. Basically, they in a sense, right? The way they had it set up with the state made them, it put them in a position where they got to skate a lot of things, like taxes and things of this nature. But then they also provided, you know, they had their own fire department, things of this nature inside the park, right? And that was all funded by the park. It was an agreement that was put in place when the park was first built in a rural area of the state. Well, this means that for all those years, a lot of the citizenry of the area wasn't receiving any sort of financial compensation from that outside of job and the income that brings into the city, which isn't a small thing, but you know, in terms of other monies that they were able to skate on as a corporation, that kind of, so yeah, that's sort of what you're dealing with this situation. And today he basically revoked the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. He basically revoked that status. And the financial implications of something like that are huge, especially over time, right? So how far off am I from Tier 4 Gene? Let's go take a look. If I'm not mistaken, I'm done with her gears. So it's just saving up the material at this point. Okay, so I got 1 gear to go. So yeah, 1 gear to go. Matter of fact, let's okay, so I spent 140 there. So that's how far off we are. 10 million gold and a little under 2,000 souls of the foul team. So 150 soul of the foul team a day max, which I'm not getting every day. So definitely within the next, I want to say 3 weeks to be safe. Because technically I could do it in 14 days if I got 150 soul of the foul team every day. Is the soonest that I could do it. So yeah, we are around the corner from that. So pick up them rewards. Speaking of rewards, yeah, I need to go get the rest of these event rewards. So let's go ahead and knock off this legendary battle right quick, and then we'll go do the rest of that, because I am not trying to miss out this go round. You know, and the more I think about it, and this is why I'm glad I saved that shit, but that developer's note that they came out with, and I keep going back to, we keep going back to it here. We haven't gotten any sort of communication since that last developer's note, right? You're gonna get Gene's artifact from the event tomorrow. What event? go check the forum, because I haven't been on in a little while either. I've been doing what I needed to do as far as like stay up with the events and stuff, but I've really been not hot. Right, let's upgrade these cord. You don't cancel and get out of there. Okay, so tree fitty. All right, so let's crank up this multiverse invasion right quick so I can get into some shit. Yeah, the personal vault. They should have put Professor X artifact in there. Like of the artifacts that they chose to give away, right? Putting Ant-Man's there would just kind of be, you know, they just gave his away for free. Giving it away back to back, I think would really, and they kind of are, right? Like putting it in the general vault really is kind of saying, you know, they didn't stick Wasp artifact here, right? That would have made the most sense, since they just gave you a 4-star Ant-Man. But no, they didn't do that. They backed out it and gave you this. So I'm really confused by this. I think the artifact choices should have been something completely different. You know, whenever they do these sorts of things, I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on them putting exclusive characters in here, especially in this one, right? That's why I'm kind of hesitant to say Professor X, because it's like, it's a free-to-play reward. Most players aren't gonna have Professor X. You know, that would just be tone deaf to put him in there. Be the first tone deaf thing they've done. So I mean, yeah, it's just really weird, bro. They would put that there. see. That's where I want to go. So you talking about, are you talking about pulling Jean from this event? Because I mean, yeah, her artifact is in here, but that's also along with every other artifact in the game. So you would have to get extremely lucky pulling this. And I don't think this is the Celestial Essence chest either. Please check the possibilities for each 3 and 6 star exclusive passive artifact in the game. Please note that the target chests are separate event products and not the dimension chests. Artifact products that have been available at the store. So this is a different chest altogether. That's what they're saying. So we'll go check and see. Event schedule 3/1 Wednesday. So this hasn't started yet. So this doesn't start until the 1st. So that's 3 days away. But I mean, at any rate, the artifacts that you're gonna get out of here are gonna be completely random. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much RNG, so good luck. You know, I hope you get the artifact that you are looking for. Now, if you have an artifact selector, that's different. That's a different animal altogether. Oh, wait a minute, it's February, so it's 28 days in this month. So yeah, that is tomorrow. 1st is tomorrow. So yeah. Gotta have Thor's artifact. And then my daughter's been binge watching Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s. I'm so fucking like, oh God, it makes me so proud to see her go back and watch the old stuff, you know? And she tells me, you know, it's 10-year-old kid tells me, Dad, I see why you like watching this older stuff, because the writing in this new stuff sucks. It's hilarious, bro. It's absolutely hilarious. And like, she's really into comic books and stuff. Spider-Man's her favorite character. So, you know, she'll go back and she'll watch something like Ultimates Spider-Man or some of them other little Spider-Man things. Like, and she watched all of that stuff when she was younger. She really got into the Spider-Verse. I really wasn't a big fan, but she liked it. So it's like, I'll let you watch it. Then I'm gonna put you on game. And, you know, I told her, I say, yeah, because we still got the Disney Plus account. So I told her, I say, yeah, that's the one good thing that account is good for, is the archiving of all of the old stuff. So I said, yeah, you know, you got Earth's Mightiest Heroes on here. You got, you know, X-Men animated series, Spider-Man. She was like, oh, I want to watch the Spider-Man you grew up on. I was like, okay, cool. So I put it on, and she starts binge watching this thing. I go back in there tonight. She's like already in the second season and shit. And I'm all like, and she's like, you know, season 2, episode 4 or something like that. I'm like, you been sitting up here binge watching this? Yeah, it got good. So, yeah. And she also likes to draw. And she's really good. One of these days, I'm gonna put some of her artwork up so you guys can check it out. But she is really, really good. But that's the other reason why I let her watch some of that old school stuff, to kind of, you know, see that, especially when she started getting into wanting to draw that stuff. It's like, okay. And, you know, I have a cousin that's, you know, pretty good, and then my brother can draw. I can't draw a lick. And then my daughter can, so I'm all like, well, this skipped a generation. This ain't your dad, baby, but I know who to take you to, so you can ask questions you need to ask to understand what you need to do and how to interpret it, right? So I take her to my cousin, and they're talking and stuff, and about the whole, you know, this is how you shade, and you know, you have to think about how you want this to look. And you know, they on a whole nother level with their stuff, with just talking about it, right? And I'm sitting over there like, okay, y'all got an encyclopedia for this shit? Because I don't understand nothing y'all saying. Oh man, but it's great. It's absolutely great, bro. Yeah, if you got yeah, but as far as that event tomorrow, if you got a bunch of crystal that you're planning on using for that gene artifact, and matter of fact, what does Gene's artifact do? Let's go check it out. And a matter of fact, we'll check out what Cassie's artifact does as well, since they're giving it away in the collector's vault. Increase all basic attack. Really? So the attack buff by 26%, bro. That's what they're giving away? Increase mind damage and increase damage to alien types. So that'll help in World Boss a little bit. The 30% is nice. The 15% to alien types is negligible. But that's kind of similar to She-Hulk's lead, right? That does damage to male types. Anything that does damage based on a tag is going to be a higher calculation. So the alien types, the damage to male types, that sort of thing, that's kind of the same wheelhouse. Kind of calculated different from hero and supervillain though. There is a distinction there. I think it boils down to the specificity, right? There are a lot of superheroes, there are a lot of supervillains. You know, there are less aliens by comparison. There are less male types by comparison. Which you could say, you know, male, female is 50-50, 60-40, whatever. So not as much, but with the alien tag, you know, most of the characters in the game are human. So we were looking for Gene. So increased. Increased damage to superhero and supervillain by 20%. So not a bad artifact. Not a bad artifact. It's not necessary to the build of the character. So honestly, I would be like, the only artifacts that I worry about going after are those types that are necessary for the character, like Hela's artifact, right? Even though she's not meta anymore or whatever, or she's kind of semi-meta or whatever, she needs this to function properly. It's the same thing with Wolverine, same thing with Colossus, right? Same thing with my man right here. He needs this, right? The null passive. Plus it gives guard break immunity. I think he has guard break immunity built into his uniform passive as well. But yeah, those are the artifacts that I say, you know, hey, I have to have this. So I'll save up Celestial Essence or whatever and try to go after them. The other ones, I tend not to worry about so much. You know, if I get them, I get them. And if not, you know, no big deal, because it's not necessary to the, I mean, it'll let you push like higher stages of World Boss, things like that. It'll help you out in just about any situation. It's really versatile. You know, that's the one thing too that I think people kind of, well, damage to superhero, damage to supervillain, it's kind of generic, right? But it's versatile because it works everywhere. It works in World Boss. It works in Timeline Battle. It works in Alliance Conquest. It never not works, right? Whereas, you know, there are some artifacts in the game where under certain circumstances or certain situations may not be as useful. Like mostly PvP artifact, but it will help with the survivability in World Boss. But Spidey has a lot of damage reduction anyway, so in World Boss's artifact is kind of it's really not a necessary thing. Whereas Thor's artifact, it could really help the character. Convert 30% of your lightning damage and 15% damage to supervillains. This allows you to put Thor in the leadership position. So it's more of a team configuration thing. It'll make Thor better, but is it necessary for the character to function properly? Not really. It just gives you more options in terms of how you position your players. You can run them with a double support team with that artifact. Yeah, so yeah, definitely gonna have to come on with it in terms of content and all that jazz. I think it's high time they did a meaningful rework to Shadow. Like, don't get me wrong, when they reworked Shadowland all them years ago, it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago or whatever, when they came with the Shadowland rework and gave us, you know, where you can go up to 130 or whatever and keep going 200 and some stages of Shadowland or whatever. It just keeps going now. and they gave us the CTP selector and all of that jazz in there, right? Increased it from 30 to 35. When they did that, that was cool, but we got a bunch of copy and paste stages. They never designed anything new. Now, if they're not going to design anything new, then the odds of them actually doing it now are really, really slim. Okay, I didn't think I picked Polaris, but all right. So yeah, I mean, let's go over here and check out what's going on Facebook. Got my man Chubby Khan finally 6th tier 4. So I see you, my dude. I see you. Got 6 of them jokers. 46 tier 3s, 26 transcendent potentials. And one thing I know that I need to do, he's got almost 100,000 HP on his gene. Jesus. Went from 83 to 95,000 HP. So she gained 12,000 HP. 11,600. 2,380 energy defense, 3,000 physical defense, 8,300 on the energy attack, and 6,100 on the physical attack. That is a massive, massive bump in stats. And then on top of that, she gains damage accumulation. So, yeah. Absolutely dope. Okay, we got a couple of more of these left. Let's throw my guy Doom out there. And let's see what else we got here. So my guy Doom did his thing once again, and we got my guy Robin over here, Rello Robin. Rello Robin. That's actually a dope name. No pun intended. 19% Pierce versus 10%. So just getting it out there for people who think 10% Pierce can do some GBR. Some of y'all be spreading misinformation. It's baffling. Exactly. Exactly. 19% Pierce versus 10% Pierce. Absolutely, bro. Yeah. Because I mean, it takes that. You know, I was saying like 18 plus because I have 11% or 13% or something, and I can't do it, right? Not solo. I need at least one cat that can help, like a situation like this one. Is ideal. If it's two cats in there that can split this damage between them, I can carry the rest. But being able to carry the entire fight 100% with 3 people in there, nah. With a tier 4 Hulk, you know, and my Hulk can put up similar numbers to this, right? It's 732 what is this 732 billion or million 890,000 ish. No, you know, at 700 million 600 million, I can do that easily, but it'll take me a lot more time than this. So yeah, and that's what makes I mean, I don't know, bro. On combat days, 8% Pierce. It depends on how much attack you have. I mean, if you got, you know, 120, 130% attack coming from your cards, maybe, but that's like, nah. You're gonna have to show me some proof on that one, bro. My man, I almost Khan down here, you know, because I'm sitting here, if that was the case, bro, then I would be able to do that with 3% more Pierce than what you're talking. 8%. I'm sitting on 11, right? Plus a little shot of concentration, which ain't much. And what is that? 70, 80, 80, 82%, 83% physical attack, and 78% energy attack. So it's not very far off, with plenty of ignore defense, plenty of skill cooldown. You know, a little low on the crit rate, but plenty of crit damage. So, and I can tell you right now, my Doc Strange ain't pulling a GBR run. Yeah, I wish. So let's see here. Where is Strange? There he is. Let's find a really good team for him. Does he have the leadership tag? He's got the magic tag. So the best team for him in GBR would probably be something like Ancient One Lead. So I'll see if I can bring Sif support. Just trying to think of a, okay. I know what. Yeah, because that's much more. And okay, we haven't used Valkyrie yet. Okay. Let's try that. Hey, what's going on, Dez? Welcome back, my guy. So we gonna test this theory, right? And my guy just got through calling out over here about 19% Pierce versus 10% Pierce. And of course, he's absolutely right. Just getting it out there for people who don't think that 10% Pierce can do GBR. Some of y'all be spreading misinformation. The thing is, Strange is one of the few characters that can do this with low Pierce, right? So there's that. Then you also got other tier 3s that can do it with higher Pierce. So it's not necessarily misleading as it is understanding the limitations of the characters on the roster, right? Now this is gonna be a good run actually, because got a couple of tier 4s here, but with some properly built teams actually. So that's absolutely crazy. Now that's crazy. I'm not doing the lowest damage in the room. Oh wow. Crashed. So let's try that again. But yeah, once I get to the point where I think I will start using Strange more actually, because I do know that he's strong enough to do it. I think the last time that I was doing it, I was running with less than 11% Pierce. I think I had more like 6% or something like that. So it's just completely impossible. Oh, that's Gravity Punch. Oh man, say. Okay, Gravity Punch. Yeah, if y'all don't know, y'all are in for a treat, bro. Oh, I wish I could wait 30 seconds for the ready up so I could use my boost points, but yeah, I might as well sit back because this is gonna be done really fast. I should have picked another team. Yeah, Gravity Punch, he regularly wins a lot of challenger timeline battle shit. He's one of the top players, bro. Yeah, look at this. It's absolutely bonkers. Like, there's really no point in me doing a rotation at all, other than I don't want to come in last place. Let me fill up. I'm trying to get off my guy, but yeah. Did he leave and just leave his character in here? Because somebody got booted. Let's see. Who's actually actively moving? Okay, so Gravity Punch is still in here. It's the other guy. Always winning. I like the way you put that. Okay, always winning. That's dope. That's actually a dope gamer tag. I can dig that. Let's try not to get clapped up. Let's try not to get Gravity Punch clapped up. Okay. Yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, so that was a nice carry. I appreciate that, my guy. I really do. Thank you for contributing to the Jean Grey Tier 4 fund. So yeah. Yeah, that's Gravity Punch's cards. 25% Pierce. Well over 130% physical attack. And 100% energy attack. 20/20 crit damage. With the physical and energy attack, 20% prop. Bro. With 70% HP. So yeah, like I say, this dude is built. The account is very, very nasty. Talking about a mighty CTP of Judgment on Gene. Another mighty CTP. Regular CTP of Regeneration. Mighty CTP of Energy on this guy. Oh, he's rocking a Rage on Iron Man. Interesting. He's rocking a regular Rage on Thor. So yeah, that was with a regular Rage. And he actually passed on a lot of stuff. He passed on the Adam Warlock uniform, which is interesting. But yeah, this is one of the top PvP players in the game. But I've checked his cards before and all of that jazz, so I already know what he brings to both sides of the table. So I appreciate that carry, my guy. Matter of fact, see if we can find Gravity Punch here. There he is. I was gonna say it shouldn't be that hard to find because it's only the top 50 players. I absolutely appreciate that carry, my guy. So definitely gotta give you some kind of love for that. So yeah, make use of it. And handle your business up there in Challenger. The restricted list for Platinum, so we actually failed a Platinum because we haven't been playing in a few days, is Hulk, Null, Miles, Valkyrie, Gilgamesh. I don't think anybody else really matters. Heimdall is okay, but we're probably not gonna see him down here either. So yeah, we're gonna ride in here with my girl Emma. Girl Emma, you chopping up boy like that? Oh, I shouldn't have switched. Yeah, I had to step in there. I thought that was Gore's second life. and he was dying, which is why I switched, because Emma doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell against Jean. She will not shine bright like a diamond against that one. You know, back when Jean was all mind damage, yeah, but the fire damage, nah, that's not gonna happen. Oh, come out popping him immediately. What's she gonna do? Same thing to Sentry? Mm-hmm. Wreck shot. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Hellfire Gala still holding up when the right restrictions come into play. It's a problem. So yeah, Jean, I had to give her a little bit of help there, but she was able to handle that pretty easily. I screwed up in the beginning on the switch. I should have waited. Now I'm gonna have to switch. Oh, Emma got her with the reflect. Did Emma get her with the reflect? Does her artifact reflect? Yeah, she did. She got her with the reflect. Okay. Yeah, because when Emma jumps out there and pops that reflect, it's problems. It's straight up problems. Okay, so this guy doesn't understand. And like, it's not really the player's fault either that they don't understand the way that the teams are configured in the game. It's kind of why, as a quality of life change, I really wish they would remove that team up bonus stuff, because it's so obsolete. And it's misleading to the player base to make them think that, oh, this is the best team, and it's not. You know, they know nothing about characters that are specifically designed to be support types. So you wind up getting the Wolverine, Jean, Cyclops timeline team. It's like, bro. You done better off throwing Colossus out there. Okay, so. She popped the third skill too early. Oh, the counter got clapped up. Okay, so this is the problem with Gore. And Jean, is that she just gets guard broken to death by that second skill, and it's always up. So Gore can be a bit of a problem for Jean. And that's kind of where the egg comes in for her at, even though she got clapped there. And that's also where Emma is a strong part of that team. If she hadn't have missed with that counterattack and killed that Gore, odds are I win that fight. Okay, I'm gonna have to move from that. Yeah, I remember when she was the only one with that little skill she had. Let's see, okay, she got Jean with one reflect, I think. She just got her down. Okay. Almost got her. There we go. There we go. Nice. Well played, my guy. Well played. Let's see. We got us a gore with a double support. So he's putting everything in the gore. This should be a fairly easy fight. My Colossus should pull this out. God, I wish I had his artifact though, bro. Because I'm seeing something with that egg on him and having that extra heal. It buys him enough time to do the work that he needs to do against certain characters. Gore specifically, because he can mitigate and reflect a lot of that damage. I know that's a low-level gore, right? That's a level 64 gore. So technically, a level 70 Colossus shouldn't have had that much problem with him. Just keeping it a buck. Okay, so, okay. She got the heal up. Oh, she almost got off with the reflect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to help her a lot to get it off on the tier 4 gene. And I think, I don't know what CTP he's rocking. Yeah, we actually pulled that off. Dope. We actually pulled that off against the tier 4 Jean Grey. Nice. So once again, we're right there. We got the books, we got all of the resources we need. We need under 1900 Soul of the Foul Team. There's 56 left on the day. We're gonna try to pick that up in another carry. And yeah, we were lucky enough to get Gravity Punch in there the last time, so let's go do some story missions, farming, and yeah, we'll put the story fragment farming team on 4. We'll do it like this. Doesn't he have the leadership tag in this uniform? He's got the no leadership. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I think the whole Lockheed summon thing, I think it's gonna be partly a problem for her still. I think they try to mitigate it. What they're gonna have to do is lower the cooldown time on the passive for Lockheed and make him go invisible more often, so it's not as intrusive. But it's still gonna create a situation where she'll still be pulled out of iframes from time to time. And I don't know why I just didn't switch that guy. Yeah. I mean, I think Kitty is pretty much going to boil down to be a leadership for mutants at the end of the day. Unfortunately. Just bring that up a little bit. Yeah. Hmm? There we go. But yeah, I pretty much think that Kitty, she'll boil down to be a leadership for mutant types. At the end of the day, she's gonna be really proc friendly. I don't think she's gonna be solo in GBR unless you have, like I said, a ridiculous amount of Purists on your cards. She may have some hidden utility that we don't know about, but no, I think it's pretty much just gonna be straightforward elite for mutants. And she only gets a 5% increase from that leadership from the uniform, so you know, I would say if you plan on playing with her, then yeah, go ahead, do it. But I think for most players, both of these uniforms are gonna be a pass. Simply because of the exclusivity of the characters. If anybody does want to get Professor X, I think anniversary time would be the best time to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, you can stack your materials so you can go ahead and take him directly to tier 2, because that's going to be the hurdle, is mythic him in his uniform and taking him to tier 2. So if you have a mega uniform upgrade ticket, great. If you have a combination of singular uniform upgrade tickets to get him there, great. But his bios are going to be extremely difficult to come by. You know, you're not going to get them for free in the amounts that you're going to need to upgrade the uniform. So I played before Danger Room was a thing, and all the way through Danger Room, and never got his bios. The only character that I actually got bios for out of that was Kid Omega, and then I got 4 of Rachel Summers bios, and I haven't gotten a single biometric from any of those characters since the revamp of Dimension missions and the getting rid of Danger Room. So and that is why I'm missing those characters, Negasonic, Abomination, and all of them. Those limited time Crystal Wall characters. So I mean, hopefully you know everything at Disney and Marvel and all of that kind of gets back on track. But you know, if it does, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. I think that's still an uphill battle. But if they get their shit together, a game like this could survive for the next 3 or 4 years, easily. But when people are down on the property as a whole, it doesn't help. I mean, you got long-term supporters of this intellectual property walking away from it because of some of the things that they've been doing with some of these characters. And that's just keeping it as 100 as I can. And any way you kind of want to look at it, not good for business. I mean, to be honest, if they would have cracked the books open and let everybody take a look, I would bet good money that they've probably lost a lot more than they made, especially they probably lost more than they made since the acquisition, but especially since Endgame, like every movie preceding that. So what was that, phase 4? They lost money on that. I mean, they had one movie to break even, and they had one movie to make money. Everything else lost. In the domestic and worldwide box office. You know, laying off all of those employees at Disney. That's telling. Makes one think, were they using the revenue from one source to subsidize another? Not like it doesn't happen. When it does, that can only happen for so long. You know, you can only prop a business up that way for so long before it becomes a losing business venture. I mean, when the PR goes away, the core customer is still the core customer. So we'll go ahead and get in a few more of these story mode missions, man, and actually I think we'll go ahead and get out of here on this one, since we got a guarantee right here. Guarantees are nice. Yeah, let's do that. That makes more sense. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about you know, these reports. I mean, cause this was CNBC reporting this. You know, this wasn't like this was a rinky-dink organization. And I mean, Disney cut 7,000 jobs and slashed 5.5 billion in costs. This is from CNBC. and 3 billion in content savings. You know, that's a lot, bro. So we'll see where it goes from here. But y'all let us know what y'all think about that and what that means for the future of Marvel games and Marvel Future Fight and how that relates to some of the content that we've been getting lately. But you know, hopefully we can get back to the point where we're getting things like regular updates, and yeah, it kind of explains that maybe they haven't been either licensing new intellectual properties out, or I don't know if they're bleeding money while they wouldn't, because that would be some income coming in. You know, you just get the licensing fee and go from there. But y'all like, comment, share, sub, all of that jazz, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really